What is up, guys? Welcome back. Today is... I'm really late on this, okay? It's been a little bit since I made a video. There's some reasons why. I am going to show you guys at the end and tell you guys something that happened to me lately and what is another struggle with making content right now. But yeah, we're going to jump into a bunch of news. We're not only going to talk about the last hotfix, which is something we do every Thursday, but I completely missed the mark last week. I just did not have it in me to do it. I'm going to cover that here. We also got some news on the latest mirror that is coming out to Tiny Tina's Wonderland as well. And if you guys heard that in the background, that was actually Harley drinking water. So, all right, we're going to jump into the news. So we have Wonderlands hitting Steam, and we also have the Molten Mirrors coming June 23rd. But we're going to skip all that right now at this point. We're going to talk about the version 1.0.3.5D for the hotfix for Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. Alright, so with this new version, of course, you can come to their website, check out, their updates and news. It's already live, so I don't have to cover that. They always say, come here to see when it's live. Also, if you are having any problems with Tiny Tina's Wonderlands, I tell you guys this every week, hit support.2k.com up and submit a ticket. Be respectful, and they will, I'm sure if a lot of the tickets match up to the same problems, they will end up fixing it. Weekly event. This in-game limited time mini event will be active from June 16th to June 23rd at 9 a.m. Pacific time. Activated the in-game mini event Crystalline Chaos. Now, I'm pretty sure tomorrow is the 23rd, so this is the last day to really do this. So it increased base crystals gained from the clearing a room in the Chaos Chamber by 50%. Increased base crystals gained from big reward dice in Chaos Chamber by 50%. Doubled base crystals from being bonus objectives in Chaos Chamber. Doubled base crystals gained from the switches in Chaos Chamber. Featured runs are available in the Chaos Chamber after you've completed the main story and rotate weekly every Thursday at 9 a.m. Pacific time. They're the same for all players, so jump in and see how your run went compared to other Fate Makers. This run features Wastard and Death Rattler. Get ready to take on a new featured run in the Chaos Chamber. Have you checked out the goodies for sale and the vending machines for the Chaos Chamber's loot room? They switch out their merchandise every week. Change notes. A Shroomer enemy would calm down if it was able to have time to reflect. So we gave it something to stay mad about during the Rivoti. Is it Ron Rivoti or is it Ron Rivet? I think it's Rivoti. Side mission to prevent it from not moving. The legendary Torg pistol, the Message, has been updated to display its magazine size based on the item card as intended. Prevented players from free falling outside of the overworld map near the pyramid. Stopped the skeleton from getting stuck and out of reach during Hero of Brighthoof to prevent progression from being blocked. Dahlia snipers with a specific foregrip part would not display the correct magazine size. So last week's hotfixes, it wasn't a lot going on, but it did seem like they were actually going to be fixing some of the things that were stopping people from progressing and stuff like that. So that is kind of some good fixes, because I would hate to get to a point where you just can't progress from. Okay, so now we're going to jump into Tiny Tina's Wonderland's Molten Mirrors coming June 23rd. So this is actually coming tomorrow. So this is actually really cool. It's going to give me something to do, which is great. Hell yeah. So that means that we can do our last mirror. I saved the rest of the last mirror to wait till the weeks were done, because there was no point in me just playing every week. I could have, but there was no point of doing the mirrors if I need to get that last trophy, which is complete the hardest one. So it's coming on June 23rd. Vesper's third mirror of mystery sees you breaking into a death trap-filled prison to KO its keeper. Break into a heavily fortified prison in Vesper's third mirror of mystery, debuting on June 23rd alongside with Tiny Tina's Wonderland Steam launch. So deep within his mountain stronghold, Fyodor, the Soul Warden, lords over his horde of lost souls. In order to break their chains, you'll need to work past his murderous mechanized defenses, including terror-powered turrets, blazing furnaces, and bone-crushing hammers. But keep your wits about you, lest you become yet another of his captive souls. Vesper seems particularly keen of you putting Fyodor in his place. Maybe it's Fyodor. Fyodor? I like Fyodor. Though her motives remain shrouded in mystery, for the moment anyway. And it shows you a picture here. 4 weeks of boss battles and new loot. So it's the same type of stuff that we've been getting. So a lot of you might be very upset with this. I'm okay with more content. Do I wish we had more content than what we've been given? Yes. But I am okay with just some more content in general with the game. But I understand where you all are coming from. So just like the other Mirrors of Mystery, Molten Mirrors gives you a chance to face a more difficult dungeon and farm higher tier loot to help you complete the main story. Available for individual purchase or via the Season Pass, sold separately and as part of Chaotic Raid Edition. Molten Mirrors introduces a high security prison gauntlet to test your mettle. Vesper and her Mirrors of Mystery are located in the Dreamvale Overlook, just outside of Brighthof in the Overworld. The enemies within have a baseline level of 13 and will scale to your Fate Maker's level beyond that. Whether you're still early on in your Fate Maker's quest, or you forge yourself in the flames of the most difficult Chaos levels. The Mirrors of Mystery are a fast-paced, repeatable challenge, but be warned, as dying within a Mirror of Mystery will boot you back out of the Looking Glass, and you'll have to start your run over from the start. And here's another picture of the big old bad guy that we're going to be facing, Fyodor. For 3 consecutive weeks following the launch of Molten Mirrors, Fyodor will tinker with his weaponized throne to ensure that this time your mortal soul will be his for the taking. Fyodor's lair is a veritable tempest of deadly projectiles and malicious machinery, and you'll need fancy footwork and sharp reflexes to get through unscathed. With each progressively tougher version of this battle, new legendary gear will be added to the loot table, giving you good reason to return for some rematches. More legendary loot will also be added as possible rewards. From Vesper's Wheel of Fate, after you've defeated Fyodor at least once, those new items are in addition to the wide array of fresh cosmetic items you can collect, whether as random drops from enemies within the Mirrors of Mystery, or when spinning the Wheel of Fate using the lost souls you've collected. This is actually a really cool image right there. I guess that's one of the puzzles we can open a door. Below is a planned schedule for when the Fyodor boss fight will take on new deadlier forms, along with the planned loot additions for each difficulty level. You'll have to beat each form consecutively, even if you're playing Molten Mirrors after the following dates have passed. Vesper will reveal unique insight into Fyodor's state of mind with each difficulty level. Beat all 4 to hear the full story and shed additional light on some of Vesper's own secrets. First form is on the 23rd, and then you'll be able to get the new Felty Oath Legendary Ring. After defeating Fyodor for the first time, new legendary loot will be added to the Wheel of Fate. Stab-O-Matic Gun, Love-Struck Bayou, I guess? Spell. Greed, Warden, and Petty Tantrum melee weapons. And Protagonizer Amulet. Second form on June 30th at 9:30 a.m. You get new Smithy's Ire legendary spell. Third form is on June 7th at the same time. New Tyrant's Truth legendary armor, and the final form will be on July 14th, and that will give us the chance of getting new Echoing Phoenix legendary gun. And I think that is one of the cosmetics, I think. If you can successfully complete Molten Mirrors at least once, 4 unique level layouts and the Fyodor boss will be added to the pool of Chaos Chamber possibilities for even more endgame dungeon variety, combined with the ongoing limited time mini events and weekly featured runs that are constantly being added to Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. There's lots to be gained from besting Fyodor's new forms each week. Now get out there and show Fyodor that no amount of hooks and chains can hold you. Molten Mirrors is included with the Chaotic Great Edition of Tiny Tina's Wonderlands and is included as part of the Tiny Tina's Wonderlands Season Pass. Also available for individual purchase, base game required. All dates, timing, and items are subject to change. So, yes, we're getting the same type of things. Do I like that they added to the actual runs that we do get, like the regular chambers? Yes, I do. I do feel, though, that should have been free content added into the game. We should have gotten story content, with the story content getting broken up into different maps for that. And then just random things like this should have been free content to add into the game. And I feel like Gearbox is treating this a lot differently than if it was a direct Borderlands game. And I think that's where they need to change their footing here, so that they can make sure that this game succeeds just as much as a Borderlands title. And lastly, we're going to talk about Tiny Tina's Wonderlands hitting Steam on June 23rd, which is tomorrow, with special launch price. So they are getting a specific special launch price. So Tiny Tina's Wonderlands hits Steam on June 23rd with special launch price. Everything you need to know about the launch of Tiny Tina's Wonderlands on Steam, including a complete fact. Hark, Fate Makers, Tiny Tina's Wonderlands is coming to Steam on June 23rd. For a limited time, you will be able to pick it up for a special launch price and claim the Golden Hero Armor Pack on Steam from June 23rd until July 7th, 2022 at 10 a.m. Pacific Time, 1 p.m. Eastern Time. On Steam, you have the choice between the Standard Edition or the Chaotic Great Edition, which includes the Dragon Lord pack of bonus content, plus an extra class, all 4 Mirrors of Mystery, and the Butt Stallion cosmetic pack via the Season Pass of the Weapons pack. The additional content features challenging new dungeons such as Coiled Captors, Glutton's Gamble, and the newly revealed Molten Mirrors, giving you new ways to hunt for loot and cosmetics on your way to defeat the Dragon Lord. The 4th Mirror of Mystery also comes with an additional class, the Blightcaller, which is right here. I'm just going to play that to the side. This shamanic elementalist channels spirits and summons storms to wear down foes with poison and elemental damage. Access to the Blightcaller class is granted via a shattering Spectre Glass, the 4th chapter of post-launch content, including in the Season Pass and Chaotic Great Edition. We'll be revealing more about the Blightcaller's abilities closer to the launch of Shattering Spectre Glass, so stay tuned. I was really hoping that it would be a character that was like Vesper, which is like a Tiefling almost, and I like Tieflings, and I was really hoping that that's what we would get, but we are getting something different, which is cool, because I was expecting that we would get a Tiefling, but now we got this new one. If you're new to the Wonderlands, welcome. Check out the Tiny Tina's Wonderlands game guide for a sneak peek at what the unpredictable Tiny Tina has in store for you. Forge a highly customizable Fate Maker with the expansive options of character creation, then embark on a quest to defeat the villainous Dragon Lord. Slay evildoers using a bevy of guns, spells, and melee weapons, all combined with the might of the multi-class system that lets you harness the power of 2 classes. Prepare to shoot, loot, slash, and cast to defeat whatever fantastical creatures stand in your way on this epic adventure. To ensure that you're ready for the chaotic greatness of Tiny Tina's Wonderlands on Steam, we've put together some answers for frequently asked questions pertaining to Valve's platform. If you run into any issues once Tiny Tina's Wonderlands is available on Steam, please submit a ticket to support.2k.com for additional assistance. So here are some questions. Does Tiny Tina's Wonderlands on Steam have crossplay with other platforms? Yes. You can band together an online multiplayer for crossplay between PlayStation 4, PS5, Xbox One, Series X, S, and PC via Steam and Epic Game Store. Crossplay between the aforementioned platforms is made possibly by Shift Matchmaking, and you will be greeted by an opt-in window when you first boot up Tiny Tina's Wonderlands, regardless of whether you choose to enable or disable crossplay. You'll be prompted to set a crossplay display name, which is required for Shift Matchmaking functionality. Your crossplay display name must meet the following requirements. Must be a unique name, not already in use by another Tiny Tina's Wonderlands player. Must be between 3 to 16 characters long. Must start with a letter and is limited to A through Z, capital, 0 through 9, or non-consecutive underscore, hyphen, or period full stop characters. You can change your display name on your personal account page on the Shift website, or in Tiny Tina's Wonderlands via the social menu option for the main menu or pause menu. Simply click Social, switch to Shift tab, and change your crossplay display name in the account details section. Will I be able to transfer my save files between the Steam and Epic Games Store versions of Tiny Tina's Wonderlands? Yes, your save data can be transferred between the Steam and Epic PC platforms, but you will have to move your save files manually. By doing so, you run the risk of potentially losing your save files. So we strongly recommend that you make a backup copy of your save games before attempting any manual transfer of saves. We'll have detailed instructions on how to transfer your Tiny Tina's Wonderlands PC save file on support.2k.com in time for the Steam release. Now, this is really cool because a lot of people wanted to play Wonderlands. They couldn't wait, so they ended up getting it on Epic. But a lot of people want all of their games on Steam because they already have such a huge library on Steam. So there are people that are probably going to buy this again for Steam because of that reason. And the fact that you can switch your saves over is really cool. And I'm pretty sure everybody's really happy, especially those that are just strictly not going to get it off the Epic Game Store. Can I unlock Steam achievements if I transfer a save file for Tiny Tina's Wonderlands on Steam? If you're transferring an existing Epic save file to your Steam account, be aware that you will not immediately receive Steam achievements you may have already earned with that save file. Certain Steam achievements may still be earned on that character based on completing the requisite criteria again, but at this time we can't guarantee that that Steam will register these achievements consistently. All Steam achievements can be earned with any new characters you create on Steam. What are the PC specs for Tiny Tina's Wonderlands on Steam? The Steam version of Tiny Tina's Wonderlands has the same minimum requirements and recommended PC specs as the Epic Games version listed below. Tiny Tina's Wonderlands minimum requirements: OS, Windows 10, latest service pack, processor AMD FX 8350, Intel i5 3570. Guess what, guys? I don't know none of this shit. I'm going to skip this. I'm going to literally show you guys this. Eventually I think I'm going to know because I'm planning on getting a PC, but this is a lot of shit going on here. Tiny Tina's Wonderlands recommended PC specs, and these are the specs for that. So if you guys want to pause the screen, you can just read it. If I already bought Tiny Tina's Wonderlands on Epic Game Store, can I play Season Pass content purchase via Steam? And this is one where they say no, you can only play add-ons on a particular platform by also owning the base game on that same platform. Can I play Tiny Tina's Wonderlands on Steam in offline mode? Yes, just as with the Epic Game Store version, Tiny Tina's Wonderlands on Steam supports offline play, though you will need a one-time internet connection to verify ownership, as well as download any updates and hotfixes. And here is the Steam limited time offer details on the stuff. Golden Hero Armor Pack offer expires at 10 a.m. 7/7/20. Blight Caller class is part of Tiny Tina's Wonderland Shattering Spring Glass, which will be released at a later date and will be available to purchase individually or as part of the Tiny Tina's Wonderland Season Pass. A copy of Tiny Tina's Wonderlands is also required to play. So guys, that was everything that we got for news with Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. You're seeing this. This is why I wanted to kind of talk to you guys. Harley's in a crate making all this noise. I effed my finger up the other day big time at work. Like, big time at work. Dropped a 300-pound metal sleeve onto my hand, and it kind of crushed it, and kind of lacerated the middle finger. So everything that I do has a huge struggle because now I'm kind of like hand crippled, which really sucks. Um, so there's a lot of changes that have happened in the past couple, maybe last month. So things have been kind of running differently in my life, and there's a lot of good things too. So eventually I'll get around to that type of stuff. But I'm taking things slow right now, and now I only have this. So since I since I have this, I gotta kind of deal with this, and I don't know how long this is going to take to heal, which really sucks because it hurts like hell. But I just wanted to let you guys know that I'm still running content on the channel. It's just kind of tough. I don't even have you guys on a tripod right now because me getting it on the tripod is so difficult with my hand just being messed up. Like any pressure on any of the fingers is bad because like I literally crushed my whole hand. The middle one just got lacerated. So I'm just taking everything slow and having a good time with what I can. I will try to get a video out tomorrow of me doing the new mirror plus finishing the other mirrors because I feel like the gluttony one, I didn't finish it. I do need to get that trophy, so since I need to get that, I should go ahead and do them tomorrow. I was just waiting for the weeks to pass to do it. But yeah, guys, that's basically everything. Remember to leave this video huge, like, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will catch you all in the next one. Bye.